friends. So as you know by the videos that you've seen, we are under contract for our home, and it went under contract after the first showing basically, but we were going to be in a multiple offer scenario because everybody that saw it was going to make an offer. But we signed the first one that we got because we were happy with the terms and because we liked the buyer. So that's probably not how some people would do it traditionally. You would wait until you had a chance to review all the offers, and then you would choose the best one or the one that you like the most. And that's a good strategy as well. But in this market, it's a seller's market. And so the buyers requested that we sign the offer. They gave us 4 hours. So, and why not? We got what we wanted. We got over asking. So we don't need to be greedy, and we're totally happy with the offer that we received. And so now we're under contract, and this Thursday is going to be the inspections for our home. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a couple of other things because we're doing this process by ourselves. So first of all, we did not have a professional stager, which you would sometimes if you sell your own real estate. We staged it with our furniture, but I can do that because all of our colors are neutral, all of our furnishings are neutral. I did take all of our personal effects off the walls. So like I took all of our family photos down. I took all the taste specific gallery wall stuff down. So that your buyer can envision themselves in your house, and the lifestyle that they will have in your house. So you don't want them envisioning your lifestyle. You want them envisioning their lifestyle, and their things in the house. So you want to make sure that you remove all of your personal effects. Also, try to empty your closets by at least 30%. And that's because a lot of buyers are buying because they want more space. And if they come into your house and they see that everything is totally packed full, then they're going to assume that you don't have enough storage space and they aren't going to want your house. They'll move on because if it looks like you're bursting at the seams, they're going to think they're bursting at the seams. So make sure you empty out all the clutter out of your closets, which was one of the first things I did. So the first thing I did before I started getting the house ready was I cleaned out all the closets, and got them to I emptied them totally because it's for me, it was just easier to go ahead and pack that stuff up than try to clean around it and whatever. So I packed it up. And if you're moving, you have to pack it anyway. So you might as well do it one time. And I didn't want to pack anything that I didn't want to bring or unpack. So it was very important to me that I do all of my throwing away, donating, and all that stuff before I even put the house on the market. So that was the other thing I did. So after you empty your closets and get rid of all of your personal effects, that would, make a buyer be more interested in you than in your house, then the next thing you do is you want to deep clean. So I went around the entire house with a magic eraser sponge. I cleaned every wall, every door, made them really nice and shiny, because when you live in a house, even if you're really clean and you're really meticulous like I am, you still have other people that live here, and hands on hand railings make marks, hands on walls make marks. So I went around and got all of the scuff marks off. Then I painted every single bit of trim in the house because the trim gets really dirty and paint makes a huge impact on the quality, what it looks like. It's just, your buyer would never be able to pinpoint that you painted the trim, but it's just so clean and makes it look so nice that it's really something you don't want to skip. Also, I went around and patched any holes, and I did that properly with spackling and sanding and wall texture and primer, and I got all of the holes patched. Anything that looked bad that needed to be repaired, I repaired all that. And because when you think about the little things that need to be done around your house, your little DIY projects, I know that no one selling a house wants to go around and spend money and time on the house that they're getting ready to sell, but it makes such a big impact for your buyers that it's things that you really do not want to skip. It's totally worth the 1 week, and let's face it, it's at least a week of investment on your house. It's totally worth it. You get every penny of your time and money back and then some. So don't skip those things when you're getting ready to list your house, because little tiny things add up to a lot for your buyers. So if they walk in and they see, a TV sitting in the hallway, and then they see the trim that needs to be painted, and then they see the wall that needs to be patched, and then they see a stain that's on the carpet, like all that stuff adds up to a big thing, even though they're just little tiny things that don't matter. And don't give your buyers too much credit for what they can see past. So like buyers, they'll walk in. It drives me crazy when you watch like an HGTV and buyers walk in and they're like, well, I hate the paint. Well, that's super simple to fix. But buyers don't want to fix anything. They don't want to move into your house and repaint walls and repaint and patch. They just don't want to do it. They want it to be turnkey. They want it to be done. They want it to be perfect. I cannot stress to you enough how worth it that is. The other thing that we did that makes a huge impact to potential buyers when they pull up to your house is we worked on the landscaping. So we made sure all the trees were trimmed, all the garden beds were weeded, all the mulch was replaced, and it just looks really neat and tidy outside. And any paint touch-ups that need to be done were also done, as well as pressure washing of the driveway, sidewalks, and pool deck. I mean, it just makes it look clean and well kept and well taken care of. And buyers do not want to see stains on your pool deck or, stains on your driveway. They just don't want to see it. So spend the time to get that done. And, along with emptying all your things, getting rid of all your personal effects, those things make huge impacts to potential buyers. And I can say that with absolute certainty, it affected our time on the market. We were on the market for less than 24 hours. And so I know that was a result. It was a direct result of the effort that I spent getting the house show ready and beautiful, so that anybody that walks in is going to just see the beauty of the house and not the fact that it's been lived in by a family other than theirs. So I just wanted to share those tips with you. And then the other thing that I wanted to share with you is the process of putting your house on the market for sale by owner, because that is what we did. So I am going to do another video where I go through all the paperwork with you about what the seller needs to provide, what the buyer will provide, and the process. Because I know a lot of people that have bought houses before, it's been a really long time since they've done it and they forgot the process. Or if you are going to attempt to do it yourself the first time, you might not know what's required of you and what the process looks like. So I am going to go over all of that with you. So please make sure you check back to this channel for that part of the process here for downsizing, because I think it's really important. And you can save a lot of money if you at least list your house yourself. You still have to pay a buyer agent commission if you want agents to show your house. And that's usually 2 to 3% in my state. So we still have to pay a buyer agent commission, but we were able to list the house ourselves. And so we were able to save over $10,000 just for listing it ourselves. And it's a really easy process, guys. I know that realtors tell you that you have to have them, and they give you all these ridiculous statistics about how 85% of all for sale by owners end up being listed with a realtor anyway, and blah blah blah. But those publications are put out by realtor.com and other real estate brokerage agencies, that it's in their best interest to make sure that you don't do it for sale by owner. And you are taking some risk and liability in doing that, but as long as you do everything you're supposed to do as far as disclosing anything wrong with the house and all that process, then it's really simple and it can be done by anybody. And I can say this even though I used to make money as a realtor. So please check back for that. And I really hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the new content as I post, which is once a week through this whole process. And at the end, the cherry is going to be the process of doing the house over. I hope that you'll follow along as we make that house healthy and make it our own. And this is probably going to be years worth of content, guys. So get ready, buckle up. And I look forward to seeing you back here very, very soon.